Hello again.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. Guess whose phone I have in my hand?
But it's because it's broadcasting differently.
It's doing it.
Did I just say it wasn't you or me, that it was it? And
Wasn't
you said yes, it
or me.
was?
Sounds like a song from the 60s. It wasn't you or me, it was both of us. Let's see. I don't know.
All right, forget it.
You're
Handy over.
I'm handed.
There you go.
Here it is. Try that.
Let's see.
Okay, where am I?
See,
Here I come. Oh, uh-oh.
What?
I didn't. My
didn't
thing
what?
didn't work.
Huh?
It's not changing the channel. It doesn't want me to be. It doesn't want me to be on.
See, and poor Brad was thinking, I should have this down after doing it for 4 weeks. We've been doing it 2 years.
Yeah, but it's not us. It's the material. I mean, it's the. Wow, this is. I wonder if my mic is even on. Oh, it's on. Okay.
Microphone
Let's try
on.
this. This is Crazyville.
Yep.
The scenes won't change. Why?
Steve,
Oh,
let it be.
Well, okay, you want me to... Oh, I can get there.
Okay.
Hi. Oh, okay.
There you are.
That's not the way it's supposed to be. But,
Okay.
got a little flashy there for a second. Okay. Well, it's...
Oh, our buddy in Aruba is saying hello.
Hey,
Bird.
Rich.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, and stars. Let's see the stars for Rich.
Here's the stars for Rich we go. Stars. So let me turn the theme song down here. And you do rock, by the way.
Yeah, and you have to tell us the name of the place where you play because we have people.
Yeah,
that
we have people
to
who go there all the
Aruba.
time.
Drew Korn just went in October.
See that? Drew Korn just went in October. If
Yeah,
we had
and
only
I
known.
would have told her. So let us know the name of the place where you play.
That's when well, then you get a message in a bottle and...
What? Why would you do
What?
that?
I'm kidding. I am kidding. I'm a kidder. It's what I do. I kid. So, let's see. What do we got today? What do we have today? We have
a guest.
Well, I know we have a guest. And I'm actually going to show his
We have
his
some
pictures.
news, actually.
We do have news?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Can't wait to hear it.
We have changed the format for Wednesdays.
Oh, that's right. I
It was
didn't
your
realize
idea. You can't wait to hear it.
Well, okay,
Can't
no,
wait to
that's
hear it.
no, that's good. No, you're right,
Yes.
and you're right to talk about it.
Right?
Um,
Because tomorrow is Wednesday.
because tomorrow is Wednesday, and as you know, you regulars, know that we had somebody fall out on Wednesday, and I have a friend who wrote a book, a very interesting book, called The Last Florida Boy, and he's been a friend for a while, and very talented guy. And I was going to have him on the show tomorrow. But he deserves, and he's doing book signings, so he needs to ramp his thing up a little bit. And then I was going to have Fader.
Yeah, and I understand it's a very good book.
It's a really good book.
Yeah.
And then I was going to have Fader do part 2 of my thing where he interviewed me or asked me the questions. And then I said, you know what? There's one thing that I miss from the show, and that was when Lori and I did Mondays. And it's not, we're going to stick with, obviously, with Brad and Cole because we like that segment.
For Monday.
For
but
Mondays.
It's going to be us two on
But
Wednesday.
yeah, we're just gonna do the Steve and Lori show on Wednesday.
Remy might come in.
Who might come in?
Remy.
Oh, Remy, yeah. Who?
Remy, the dog.
He might come in. He could come in. He
Tim,
could probably
we call
come
him
in.
Randy? No, Remy, not
Remy,
Randy.
not Randy. Tim's in the room?
Yeah, Tim's in the room.
Tim's in the house.
Tim's in the house.
Okay.
We got our regulars. We got Gail, we got Sue, we got
That's
Brenda,
nice.
we got
That's-
Tommy,
yeah,
we got
come on.
Michael.
It's nice.
I don't see Anton.
Well, that's and it's interesting because, I now have this chat thing.
Oh, and if you guys are missing Dawn, it's because she is now working the graveyard shift over at Amazon. I think she goes in at 6:30 at night to like 5:30 in the morning. So that's where Dawn Ranky's been.
Yeah, but she's holding it down. And I got to tell you, well, I don't even want to go into where shipping stuff and all that shortages.
Well,
That's
she
we don't
seemed
do.
happy about it.
She seemed really happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hiring a lot of people. They just opened up a thing near us.
Oh, Sue says, yay! About Wednesday.
Well, yeah. We're gonna have to come up with some sort of. I don't think we really have to try it. Yeah, we don't have to come up with anything. We just sit here.
We just show up.
We'll just start in about something.
That's right.
Well, that's fun for me.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when it's fun for me.
Yeah.
So let's see what else.
Tonight we have Mark Newman.
Right, Mark Newman,
guitarist for Willie DeVille. He's in the Hitmen now.
That's interesting.
Yep, and he's played with Sam Moore, John Oates from Hull & Oates. Gail says play some peas. We're not passing the peas anymore either.
Yeah, we're not passing the peas. We're slowing down on the peas. A lot of peas out there. Oh, okay, there's Tom. Let's do it. That's fine. No problem.
What?
It's Tom.
Gribbon?
Let's do it another day. I have a lot going on this week.
Okay, yeah. So we find that the musicians are going
That's
back
fine,
to work.
Tom. I was just talking about you on the show. Next week will work. I'll call you.
So anyway, since all these musicians are going back to work, they don't really have time to pass any peas.
Right. They just can't pass those peas.
No.
But
the peas they pass, they got to get paid for.
Yeah, paid for past peas? I don't think so. Paid for past peas? No, it's not everybody. Anyway, here, watch this. Watch. What happened?
Okay. What are we watching?
Watching Mark Newman.
Mark Newman.
This is a film by
Angus
Mecker. Here we go. Now, I played with Willie DeVille, played with
Sam Moore.
Sam Moore, right? I mean, that's you got to have a
John
certain.
Oates from Hull & Oates.
You got to have a certain swagger to play with Sam.
Currently in the Hitmen.
Hi, Steve. I can't open this file. Hi, Steve. I can't open this. Can you send it as a Word doc?
Sue, that's what I was going to call it. Was Wacky Wednesday, and she said Wacky Wednesday.
Gee, I wonder what gave her that idea.
I don't know. I think you and I would get along really good, Sue.
I wonder how she got that idea.
But I did. I thought Wacky Wednesday, and she wrote it.
Okay. Well, hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
It looks like you're going on now.
Hey, Mark.
That's Lori, my producer.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Mark.
Wife, slave driver. No.
Uh-huh.
Now, Blue Note, that's interesting. Is that the New York City Blue Note?
No, it is not. It's the one in Tokyo.
Oh.
I played there 10 years in a row with Sam Moore and once with John Oates.
Oh, wow. That must have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was
an
very
extended gig? What were you there for, like a week, or did you do, or were you there for a weekend?
Both. Again, sometimes it was 3 nights. Sometimes it was, it could be a whole week. Sometimes, like one year, we played the Tokyo Jazz Festival and then played the Blue Note for a few nights and then somewhere else. And then one year we did Fuji Rock and another one up in Hokkaido and then played the Blue Note.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, because once you, believe me,
Somebody else we had on played the Blue Note in Tokyo. Maybe Carmine Rojas or one of
I'm
those.
sure
Yeah.
Carmine played. But I mean, the whole thing about traveling there is that's a long way to go for one gig,
Yes.
I mean, I've gone a long way for one gig. That's a long way to go for one gig.
Yeah.
14 hours.
Yeah, and that's not fun. 14 hours in the air. That's like.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's first class, that's not fun.
Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, that's not fun anywhere on the plane unless you're driving, I think.
Well, now they're talking about these supersonic
Think-
planes.
But
think
yeah,
it's
so
closer
now,
second.
so,
Yeah. And I like your
What?
blue wall.
yeah,
In
goes,
your
goes
studio.
with the Blue Note.
Oh, thank you.
And what is the
My
significance?
nephew's painted. I was on the road somewhere.
And he painted it?
I'm sorry, say it again.
You came
My
home and
nephews
it was
came over
blue.
and surprised me.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a nice color.
It's the same color as my CD, the last CD I released.
That's thoughtful.
I thought you said.
And
I thought you said
the
it's
room
the
is
same
blue.
color as my TV. I was going to say he painted the TV too.
No, his CD. That's very thoughtful.
Yeah, it's very thoughtful.
That I'd have to kill them for.
Ah, yeah.
Is my CD was that was the color of the CD, and like I said, I came home and the room was blue.
Wow. What's the name of that CD?
Yeah, what's the name of that CD?
It's called Empirical Truth.
And where can people get it?
Yeah.
Anywhere, any site. This is it.
Well, I can't see. It looks like I can't see it because of the wall. No, I'm kidding.
It's the exact same color.
That's right. You can get it anywhere. I go on iTunes, get it all the usual sites. Amazon,
All the
Music,
usual sites.
Spotify. Yep. It really sucks now. It's like
Sam Goody, Tower Records,
exactly.
B&H.
So it's Imperial Truth, right?
No, empirical.
Oh.
Empirical.
You
Can
should
you
have heard
spell
the way
that
she's.
for me? I'm telling the people. I'm writing it to them.
All right.
EMPER.
No, I better look at my own CD to spell EMPIRICAL, and then you can handle truth, right?
Got it.
You should have heard what you did to our wedding vows.
Oh Lord. We don't want to go there.
Yeah, but so
Okay.
now, okay,
Empirical Truth.
you
Got
good
it.
now?
Yes. I'm just letting everybody know.
Do you see why I'm out here? Do you see why I'm here?
Yeah.
Have to be here.
The isolation chamber.
It's pretty. Well, close. No, it's believe me, it's all good. I decided to go with the neutral background. Now, I didn't go for the studio background or the outdoor vastness background.
You have the stars.
I went for space. Yeah,
I love it.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Looks great.
Nice. Yeah, well, it feels great too because I'm weightless. You see, I can just float around, and it's really kind of neat. And the cool thing about it is, if I have cameras mounted outside.
I haven't felt.
See, so when I'm floating around. And there's you again.
He hasn't felt.
Sorry, you were going to say what?
Me. Oh no, that's the back of the CD actually.
Oh.
So it's
Okay.
not blue.
Yeah,
Who
a
knew?
friend of mine in Florida, a guy named Art Capuccio, saw that picture on Facebook and he painted it, and then he sent me the painting. So I said, "Can I use it for the back of the CD?" So he said, "Absolutely."
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice. It's nice when you can tie fans or friends into a release. You know what I mean? Because it's forever. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
sure.
And did he get a credit?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know the guy a long time.
There you go. That's cool.
This guy Art and we were like rivals in high school. As far he was a guitar player, so we had rival bands, and we stayed in touch over the years.
Oh, that's good.
Wow. Does he still play?
He does, but he doesn't go out as much. Like he doesn't tour with anybody. He's I think he and his wife bought a bed and breakfast place somewhere in Florida on the East Coast.
Wow.
So, he still plays, but I don't think he's doing it. I don't think it's his main gig anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Listen, sometimes.
Maybe he plays at the bed and breakfast.
Yeah, maybe he plays at the bed and breakfast.
Actually, he does. He told me that he invites friends over and they go in the main room and they jam.
That's cool.
That sounds like. Think about that. Think about 100 years ago when that's really all you had.
Yeah.
It's
on a piano or whatever.
well, no, the guys would come over with stringed instruments,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
fiddle
true.
players or
Yeah.
whatever. Sit the guy with the thing, the
Yeah.
washboard.
No TV, no radio.
Yeah, that's right. Play till the sun goes down, and that's what you got.
Yep. Then get up and plow the field the next day. I get it.
Yeah, and then maybe do some work around the yard. It's it's. I tell you what, it's crazy, this whole thing. What were you doing when the world stopped? What were you playing? What was music for you then?
Uh, well, I always go to a studio when I record, and then all the studios closed down. So I bought a home setup and just started.
You just glitched
And that
out
was
on
about
me.
it. And practiced every day for hours on end. I picked up a nylon string guitar and just played it for hours. Then I remembered I had a lap steel in the closet, so I took that out, played that. I'm sure to everybody listening, it was like, biting into a lemon, but I got better on lap steel and did a lot of writing. And I was out playing because Kevin Sheehan from KJ Farrell's. He owns KJ Farrell's and the Warehouse and a few other places on Long Island. He called me up and he asked me if I would put original bands in for him on a Tuesday night. So I pretty much played almost every Tuesday outdoors.
That's that counts. That counts big, especially when you're playing stuff you like playing, or you like who you're playing with.
Yeah, I mean, nobody made any money, but we were all doing it to help Kevin out. But we didn't even care. A lot of people that don't get to play their own stuff. I had called up a lot of my friends. They were happy to jump in, and everybody just wanted to play.
Well, everybody still wants to play. I mean, now it's. I'll tell you what, it's put a new perspective on things. It's ironic because we're still really, we're in it pretty good still. Steve, got it, Steve. I had a chance to. Oh, okay. My agent. But well, yeah. It's. I don't know what it's going to be coming back. I had taken the past couple of years off anyway because I had another project that I was doing, and it was a fashion / art thing. But so it kind of happened to me while I was sleeping, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not like I had to cancel 60 gigs or do that. I mean, it put me through other changes, but now I'm putting together something. I'm producing a show, and we're getting ready to send it out. And it's like, man, what are they going out there to? What's really out there? You know what I mean?
Is Mark recently playing?
Who?
Mark.
Yeah, have you played out?
Yeah, I just played the Bitter End in Manhattan last month. In October.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Booker. Is that where Booker just played?
Cutting Room.
No, didn't Booker play at the Bitter End with Corey Glover?
I thought it was the Cutting Room.
No,
I
we'll
know
argue
Richie
about it
Canada
later.
has a Monday at Bitter End.
No, that's Cutting
Cutting
Room.
Room. Oh yeah, so maybe it was Bitter End.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that who did you play with?
My own band. I was in a band in the 80s and 90s called Dow Jones, spelled TAOJONES.
Ah,
And
TAO,
we were
very
four-piece
good.
back
Dow
then.
Jones.
Yes.
Aha.
Right. And we used to just about live in the Bitter End in Kenny's Castaways. And the other guitar player passed away. He died in August. So we had a memorial for him at the Bitter End. It just seemed fitting. So, and his family came up from Memphis, and a lot of friends showed up. So that I just did that in October. I'm playing there again in January. And there's a place called Still Partners in Nassau County. I think it's in Seacliff. I just played there recently. It's one of the few places where you can play original music and people actually show up.
Yeah, but like I said, this whole thing has really changed all the rules, man. I mean, it really is. It's who's willing to go out, who wants to go out, who cares enough about what they're going out to see. It changes the whole landscape. All of a sudden, it's not just a herd of, oh, let's all do this because it's this night. Now people are being a little bit more
Selective.
discerning
Yeah,
with their time. Yeah, discerning.
Yeah.
Selective. Absolutely.
Yep.
So,
I've actually been doing a lot of touring this year,
really?
with guys that you probably know. I got a call back in March to join this band called the Hitmen. Steve Murphy,
Mm-hmm.
Greg Smith,
Oh, yeah. Good. That's got to be a good rhythm section for you.
Tommy Williams from Wondrous Stories,
Tommy.
and a keyboard player named Mike DeMeo, who plays with Tommy James with Greg.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So wow.
And
That's
we've
got to
done.
be.
We did 20 dates in 2021.
Wow.
I remember hearing about that because I had another guy that I know that played in that band at a point because we're in Fort Myers, Florida, and so Barbara B. Mann is always if you're depending on your routing, if you're doing Florida and where you're doing Florida and what your gas date is, it's a real good routing date. And I remember the first year that they put that together. I was a different bass player.
And I guess
but,
we had Tommy Williams on the show like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
but
Tommy's been on the show a lot.
It must have been in 2020.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and we've had Greg on, and that must have been in 2020.
So, and how's that for you? How's it playing with those guys?
Oh, they're all great players. It's really funny. I'm basically like a roots rock guy, and so the whole repertoire is a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I'm having a lot of fun. They're all great guys, and they're all great players. So
yeah, they certainly are.
Yeah.
It's a good band. It's got to be from what's the catalog? Where are you?
I'm kind of the utility guy in that band.
You are?
Well,
I'm kind of the utility guy. I'm always jumping from acoustic. Sometimes I play electric, and we do Layla, so I play slide guitar. So, that's probably the most lead work I do in the band. But it's fun,
It's got to be fun. I mean, those guys are
keep
all
me busy.
I've played with Greg in a number of different situations. Great player, fun. So it's got to be, and those guys are all road dogs, and that's good. Everybody, especially if everybody gets along out there, because the show's only an hour and a half long. The rest of the day counts too. So it's nice to be out there with good people.
that's right.
Yeah, no, they're great guys. It's a lot of fun.
That's
Cool. It's the whole original music thing, especially on Long Island, and maybe it's spread across the country. I mean, it's really hard to, make a living as a singer songwriter. So
Nashville.
but most of the people that move to Nashville wind up having to get a day job because,
They
the
moved to
drill.
Nashville.
It's like LA in the 70s, everybody flocked to LA. I wound up running into so many people I knew from New York. And, again, unless you're in certain circles, you wind up having to get a day job.
Yeah.
So, but Nashville's like that now.
Oh, I know. I have a bunch of friends that live in. So a lot of guys. I have some friends that are working all the time that live there. I have guys that wish they were working. It's really what you did before you got there. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So but
he's right. I mean, it's
you can't. Well, I to that I say when everybody else is lined up at the door, go in through the window.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If everybody's going to Nashville, that's the last place you want to go. I don't know that it's going to be Steubenville,
For
Ohio.
like a nanosecond,
I don't think you want to stay out in California.
Yeah, I swear it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Steubenville.
No.
But if we're starting a band.
Yeah, that's in That Thing You Do. Well,
Really?
in That Thing You Do, Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah.
The agent, the first agent they wrote, the guy that wants to manage him says, "Yeah, I can get you on shows in Steubenville." And I'm going, "Where the fuck is Steubenville?"
Well, all right. Let me give you a Steubenville fact.
All right.
I'm not from there, but
You
okay.
have a fact?
Yeah, I have a fact.
Okay.
Dean Martin, a.k.a. Dino Crescetti, was from Steubenville.
Really?
No kidding.
Crescetti was his real last name?
Yep, Dino Crescetti.
Wow.
Look it up there, producer.
No, that's all right. I believe you. Steubenville,
Steubenville.
Ohio.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But he had to go to L.A. to make it.
Well, yeah. But
Or maybe at the time it was New York.
I don't know. But he made it out of Steubenville, so at least somebody
And
did.
where is Mark Newman located?
Yeah, where are you now putting down roots?
I live in Melville, in
Oh,
south of Huntington.
Yeah.
Um,
Smiley face.
excuse me.
you got the smiley face on your welcome to town sign.
Yeah, in the 70s it did.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't know. I've only been living here 3 years.
Oh.
Before that, I was living in Great Neck. Before that, I was living in Manhattan, and before that, I was living in Huntington Station, and before that, I was living in L.A. So,
Okay.
Wow. And besides that smiling sign, it's all got bullet holes
Do
in
you
it
remember
now.
the smiling sign?
I do actually.
On the way
yeah.
to Speaks?
I do, yeah.
Speaks.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, on the way to Speaks it said, "Welcome to Melville," and there was a smiley face on the
One of those 70s smiley faces.
Yeah, I've seen them.
like
Yeah,
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
well that's cool. Melville, that's interesting traffic patterns, right?
Well, thank God I'm near the LIE. So, when I lived in Great Neck, it actually took me about the same amount of time, give or take 15 minutes to get into town, to Manhattan. So, because I was so far away from any main roads. Here, I drive around the corner. I'm on the LIE. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not at 5 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, 9 o'clock in the morning, my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
So, and I don't. No, I either go in and it's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Traffic here is insane.
I remember we had a band house in the Hamptons for many years, and having to go up island from the Hamptons at there was no good time to go. I mean, you could go at 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday, and still you're going to hit traffic. It's going to take you 4.5 hours to get wherever you're going, and it was just pack some sandwiches and let's go. Craziness. But the island, what a great scene. I mean, no matter what.
I used to play out on the East End a lot. I played the dreaded Memory Motel.
Yeah, we have a friend that plays
Montauk, yeah.
Yeah, Montauk, sure.
Randy Jackson.
Yeah,
plays
Jackson
that.
plays
Yeah.
the Memory Motel.
Yeah, and if you didn't leave at noon, on a weekend in the summer, forget it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we used to, and I started, it was the 70s, early 70s for us. We didn't have the house then. It was 71, I think, was the first summer that we were out there. And we were the house band on Montauk Highway at a place called Middy's General Store. And it was like an old, rum-running mansion that they had turned the downstairs into a nightclub. And the upstairs was still the rooms from when it was whatever. I guess it was
A brothel.
a brothel and a speakeasy back in the whatever.
Nice.
And so, but they kept it that way, and so you got to live there, and then just walk downstairs and play your 5 sets. And but man, I mean, we're talking about 70, 71, 72. there was like, you couldn't stop us from playing back then. We were, in our early teens, and we're in a nightclub, and let's play all day and all night. Now we'll go to the beach. Let's do it some more. It was great. So anyway.
Did you ever play the barge?
No. I've never, but I know about the barge only because I was a Rascals fan, and I know that Gene, that those guys played it. No, the barge escaped me. Hot Dog Beach, yes, Hot Dog Beach.
Where was the barge?
Quag, right?
Oh,
I think it was a Quag.
by Mad Hatter?
West Hampton, maybe.
Maybe. I'm trying to think. My friend had an older brother that had a band that played the barge a lot. So they snuck us in when we were kids,
Yeah, it's. I know I was never there, but it's interesting because Gene sent me a bunch of pictures of the Rascals there back in the day when it was. Whoops, sorry about that, sir. When it was the place to play, whatever. When they were just breaking out, it was pretty awesome.
Sure.
So that's listen. There's a lot of history from that time, from the barge until till the drinking age changed. That was pretty much the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It was in Shinnecock Bay.
Oh, it was in
And
Shinnecock
East
Bay.
Quogue. Yeah, he's right.
East Quogue?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. East Quogue.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
In Shinnecock Bay.
Did you get
I know
lucky
that
at
song.
the barge?
Yeah. I know that song.
I got lucky at the barge.
I got lucky at the barge.
Yeah, it was an actual barge.
Yeah, it was a barge.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. But there was like because I think on their first album they had liner notes about the barge, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, craziness. So listen, we're gonna take a quick break and look at some food, so that I can make my sponsors happy, and I'll meet you back here in about a minute.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere.
Cool. Well, none of us are. See you in a second. The truth is, Jason's Deli.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Amazing moments. You need some diamonds or some soup? Well, I got you covered.
There you go.
All right.
So
So,
how did you get to New York? Because you're not from New York, am I right?
no, I'm from New York. I was born
Oh,
in the
you are?
Bronx. I was born
From
in
the
the Bronx.
Bronx.
Yeah.
Oh, so I wonder if you. Oh, Mount St. Michael's.
I was a kid when I think I was 5 when we moved to the island. So,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
You're still a kid.
Well, yeah. Can't grow up. I play guitar. So,
Yeah. Well, you know the difference between a drummer and a savings bond, right?
go ahead.
The savings bond will eventually mature and earn money.
Yeah, that kind of goes along with the. There's a joke about pizza or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of drummer jokes.
Yeah, there's a lot of drummer pizza jokes. What does a drummer say after he knocks on your door? Pizza delivery. How do you get a drummer off your front porch? Give him $20 for the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You know. There's
I
plenty.
like the sneeze one.
You like the what? Yeah, you know the difference. Why a drum solo is like a sneeze?
No, I don't.
Because you know it's coming and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
One.
I kind of live by that guitar player joke. How do you get a guitar player to turn down?
Sheet music, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
I do read music. I actually do read music, but if you don't do it every day, it's a chore. So
Yeah, believe me, I have guys on the show, friends, guys that I've played with for years, that are readers. See, I read. I wrote a book, but get that chart the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, if I know what the parts are, I certainly understand time. I certainly understand the bar line, et cetera, et cetera. So. But if I'm playing like Swiss triplets and a street beat off of a cadence page, I don't know anymore.
Right. Yeah,
I can still
worked.
do the things, just
Sure. I had to read when I worked with Sam Moore. They had charts for everything.
Oh.
But of course I studied the charts before I ever got on the gig, and I knew all the songs anyway. But there were certain figures that, when you're young and you listen, you don't pay attention to those things. And I'm going, what the fuck is this? I've never heard that. And so I did have to read somewhat on Sam Moore's gig.
Well, yeah, but I imagine it was tabs, maybe. I mean,
No.
you're not. No.
No.
Oh shit.
No,
That's
I had
rough.
to read. But again, I went over the stuff before I ever got to, before the first rehearsal. So the worst thing for me ever was I was on a gig with Gloria Gaynor in Peru, in Lima, Peru. And the charts were like that whole thing about, there's a lot of reading. It was brutal. And I got on the gig because she was looking for a young black guitar player, and she got an old Jewish guy instead,
I was going to say you were the obvious choice.
Obviously. And the charts were pretty hard. Also, I was in a state of panic because when I got the gig, the bass player told me, he got me on the gig, and he said, no matter what, make sure your wah-wah pedal works. There's a lot of wah-wah in the, on the gig. I said, yeah, no problems. I take 2 wah-wah pedals to a repair guy that I know. I said, I don't care if you have to replace everything in the pedal. Just fix it. He fixed them. They worked. I took them home. I get on the gig, and somebody stepped on a wire going from my wah-wah pedal to my overdrive, unbeknownst to me.
Oh.
And we're doing the first song, the introduction to Bring Her Out. And after like 8 bars, I'm on my hands and knees, pulling wires out and in a state of panic. And finally, I figured out that it was just one wire. I'm just like, it really ruined the rest of the gig for me.
I would say,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, that could do it. Oh
Yeah.
God, that's funny.
Yeah, my stomach was up in my throat at that point. And
It's
probably every other vital organ,
Good thing you weren't playing with Barry White, or you really would have, the all important wah-wah.
Yeah.
That's what it's tough when that kind of stuff goes. That's why it's great to have your own guy. I mean, I was
Sure.
always lucky enough to have my own guy, and if something ugly went wrong like that,
Yeah.
I knew who to yell at for not fixing it in time.
Yeah, that's right. You
Right.
usually have to fix it yourself anyway.
That's funny.
No, I had great crew.
Yeah, I toured with Willie DeVille, Mink DeVille Band.
Mm-hmm, sure.
So he had a great crew, and to the point where when we went out on stage, if I checked my tuning, they got insulted. So
Wow.
I'd come back, like I'd be playing the next night, and I'd have fresh strings on my guitar. I'm going, man, you really didn't need to do that. They would get angry if I tuned my guitar.
Well, that's. I don't think I know any of those guys, but But I do know. But believe me, the Lifetime guys, the lifers, the guys who start out as band boys and end up as techs. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because band boys, according to my tour manager, was the original name before roadies. They were called band boys. Mm-hmm. So another exciting fact for you.
There
Okay.
you go.
So what's that's two? What was the other one?
Let me get a pen. I want to get.
Yeah,
I want to get that Steubenville.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Steubenville and
Right. Steubenville. That's
Right.
right. I would.
See, you'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing it here.
We lose it here all the time.
Yeah, we do lose it here all the
We
time.
had somebody else on the show that played with Sam Moore. I just can't remember. Was it
Yeah,
Ivan Bodley?
Yeah, do you know Ivan?
No, Ivan's a good friend of mine. He gave me the gig with Sam Moore.
Oh, well, there you go.
go.
We've had Ivan on the show. The Crab Walk, man. We love his stuff.
We love that song.
Yeah, I
Have you
think
heard
I just played on that actually.
Ah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
well, then
That
I
was the
think
other
you-
thing I
I
did.
think you did a good job.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. During the pandemic, Ivan was insanely busy. He was like writing all this instrumental stuff and sending it out to friends, saying, "Hey, could you put a guitar part down? Can you put a sax part down?" Chris Mancio from the Uptown Horns.
Oh, sure. I've had Crispin on the show.
Yeah.
Great player.
Yeah, I love Crispin. He just played on something for my new record. I work with Crispin a lot with Ivan.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a small business, man. I mean, I'm sure we bumped elbows at China Club or some other
I'm sure.
nefarious situation.
I'm
And,
sure.
there's probably an outside chance we were on the same jam night somewhere.
Could be. Yeah, I used to go to that jam that Judy Tint used to run.
Yeah, that was, Wednesday
Yep.
nights.
Yep. And then there was Bobby Nathan's
Yep.
Yep.
what was the name of that band? The Memphis Soul Review.
Yeah, he still does that.
Over in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, he does it
Sure.
because he lives down here, so he still does that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's,
I know.
He's in it, Bobby.
Yep.
I know. I'm hoping to see him in February. I think I'm doing like a week or two with the Hitmen all over Florida.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. And who's the other guys in it? Yeah, I know Steve and
And
Greg.
Greg and Tommy.
oh, Tommy, that's right.
And the other guy is Mike DeMeo. He's keyboard player.
I think I've heard that name. I'm sure I've heard that name.
Yeah, he plays with a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a. And so, what's the playlist? I mean, is it
I
where?
guess it's hits. It's the Hitmen.
Yeah, but there's a lot of hits.
Well, it's the whole thing is like the repertoire is like whoever so we do a Hall & Oates tune. Greg plays with Tommy James.
Alice Cooper,
So we
right?
do,
Okay,
a couple of Tommy James songs.
That's what.
Yeah. So that's the repertoire. It's like, and because I played with Bobby Whitlock a couple of times, we do Layla.
That's cool. That's got to be fun.
Yeah. Bobby Whitlock. I don't know if you've heard any of his stuff on, he was posting a lot of stuff on Facebook for a while, just acoustically with him and his wife. They're
No,
unbelievable.
I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. He still sings his ass off.
Wow, that's good to know. Well, where is he? Where's he?
He was in Austin, and then I think they just moved further into the belly of Texas. I'm not sure where they are right now. They told me, and I forgot.
Okay, one of our viewers that lives in Florida wants to know, where are you playing in Florida?
They should go on the Hitmen website. I know we're playing in Hernando on February 3rd. The Villages, I think, on February 7th. I don't know the other venues, but I know we're going to wind up in on the East Coast somewhere.
Okay, so thehitmen.com?
I think that's it. There's also a Facebook page. I don't know. They have to call me to tell me where we're playing.
We'll figure it out for you before February. Promise.
Okay, so I'll tell them to look on Facebook under the Hitmen.
Yeah, look for the
Okay.
Hitmen.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be playing about 6 or 7 gigs in Florida. Boynton Beach is the last one.
Yeah, it sounds like it's all East Coast stuff.
Now, I think the first one's, like I said, Hernando on, which I think is on the West Coast.
Hernando?
Yeah. I think it's north of Tampa.
Oh, it could be. Could
Yeah,
be.
and then
We don't bother going up that far.
oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
That's yes,
I'm
he is kidding.
I am
There's
kidding.
a lot of money in St. Pete.
Yeah, but Hernando, where's Hernando?
Hernando, I'll find out. I'm writing.
Isn't that an
I'm
Abbas?
telling him to go to Facebook to look at his schedule under the Hitmen.
I thought Hernando was an Abbas song.
Look on Facebook under the Hitmen. That's Fernando.
Okay, him too. We have a lot of fun here.
Fernando, Florida.
Yeah,
So,
I see that.
Well, it's either
Well, we've
this
been together almost
or
40 years, so.
what?
What?
Yeah, like in a couple of weeks, right?
Oh, it's Hernando Beach.
Hernando
You're
Beach.
going to the beach.
Oh,
Citrus County.
Very nice.
Had no
Citrus
idea.
County. Yeah.
I saw
I'd have to see it on a map.
it. It's what, the citrus capital?
Yeah, citrus.
Is it?
Yeah, citrus. Something.
Oh, it's kind of by Weeki Wachee. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Weeki Wachee, where the mermaids are.
Really?
Oh
I
yeah.
remember
you
that
know about
commercial.
that? Oh.
Yeah, with the hose and the tail
Yep.
swimming around. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they actually, they put on a show like, in a big aquarium.
And so the glass bottom boats, the Silver Springs glass bottom boats. Very nice.
I
yeah.
saw commercials for it when I was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I
hysterical.
actually went there.
Yeah. She went there, not with me.
No,
But,
but my ex-boyfriend and I, we lived in New Orleans, and we used to always go to Destin, because that was only a 4-hour drive. And then we said, well, we're going to pick somewhere else. So I just said, put the map out, and I'll just pick some place. And I hid, shut my eyes, and I picked Weeki Wachee. And we went there, and it was like no beach, but it was by Clearwater. So we watched the mermaid thing, and then we went and stayed up in Clearwater.
And it's have you been there before? You've been to that part of Florida before?
No, I've been to Tampa. I've been to St. Pete. I've been to, and further south, Sarasota,
Oh yeah.
Naples. In fact, my
So
first,
Naples is south of us. We're in Fort
Yeah.
Myers.
yeah, actually, my second and third gigs with the Hitmen were in Naples
Oh.
back in April.
At Artist Naples?
Excuse me.
At the place called Artist Naples, or
Yes,
where did you? Yeah.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's great. And who books you guys?
I met the
I'm asking
agent.
all the tough questions. This is
Yeah.
a serious show here, man.
It's
Hey.
here, Iverness.
I just
Inverness.
read the emails and I show up. There's, I don't know who the agent is, but Lee Shapiro is kind of managing the band. He used to be in the Hitmen. He was originally with the Four Seasons, and that's how that whole thing started. It was all guys from the Four Seasons.
Ah,
And then the second incarnation had guys. I know. Do you know Jeff Gans?
very well.
Yeah.
Okay. He was in the second incarnation. So
That
and
was
then-
the incarnation that
That's
I
what
heard
they
of
hear,
down
yeah.
here at Barbara B. Mann.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jeff's a phenomenal musician.
Yep. I love Jeff. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he played on an album that we did, a while ago, 2003. Monster player, just a monster player.
And if you play
Yeah.
golf,
He's
Hernando's
yeah.
by.
I don't play golf.
Oh, you know?
Because it's
Well,
by
then never mind.
Inverness. A nice course, if you.
Yeah. I don't play golf. I tried it in college, and I took a gym class in college. Didn't know the only thing that fit my schedule was a course with golf and tennis, and I said, how hard could it be? And yeah, I never played it again.
Yeah, well, I know something about this. See, here's the way you got out lucky, because the other answer to that, the other punchline to that song is, then I started buying stuff.
Golf clubs.
There's
Golf clubs.
and you don't really realize it. I see. My uncle was a pro. I mean, played the PGA Tour, did that whole thing. I didn't want anything to do with golf for the life of me. Come to find out, my cousin's a scratch player. My father, who lived on the West Coast from as long as I can remember, is a scratch player. I could give a shit about it, right? I come down here, and I'm living on a golf course. We're waiting for the real estate bubble to burst. We're living at a country club, and I'm living on the 10th fairway. And a friend of mine says, we're doing a charity thing. Do you want to play? And I said, yeah. And he said, it's a golf tournament too. Do you play golf? I said, no, but I'll play. And he said, okay, great. And I said, when is it? And it was like a couple of months. So I said, okay, got some time to learn how to play. I'll play a couple of months. You know what I mean, right? Wow.
Takes longer than a couple months.
I hired a swing coach. I mean, I went so far deep. And then to make things worse, I'm an overachiever no matter what. So I hire this coach, the video and the frickin' shit hanging off your head, the whole 9 yards. And he said, how good do you want to be, Steve? I said, I want to beat Tiger Woods. He said, we better get started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you should have gotten Ed Norton to show you how to teach it, how to play golf.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so I got in, man, I mean, I fell into it all the way, wrist and ankles. I had the hat and the frickin' thing. And then this happened, and I'm not going near anybody. So I haven't played in a while. No, I really love it. I got real good real fast and competed in a bunch of tournaments, and then stopped that heavy drilling ridiculous thing that you have to be and my whole game fell apart, and then I got to enjoy it. So because when you just hit that one bad stroke and it's like, now I gotta wait for another day till I can come out here and try it again. But once you lose all that, it's fun. It's nice to get outside. Nice alligators for you to pet and stuff. It's good.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
did Angus tell you about the Friday nights?
the Friday nights.
Yeah, Free for All Friday. Every Friday, anybody that's ever been on the show can just pop in for a minute or an hour, or say whatever. I mean, it's just a bunch of guys hanging out. It's like backstage, only with no food.
What?
Yeah, well, if you got there more than 5 minutes after the roadies, there was no food anyway, right?
That's true. That's true.
Okay. So it's, you're welcome. It's the same key to get in. And then it's time for the big questions. Are you ready, prepared for the career-defining questions? Sure.
Career defining, yeah.
Okay. So you've done some touring, been a place or two. And when you open the tour book and it says, we're going back to Lansing, Michigan. I can't wait to eat at Popeye's Hoedown. Favorite restaurant on the road?
Ihop.
Oh, okay.
IHOP.
Reason being, I'm a vegetarian. So when everybody else is off eating ribs or whatever, I'm like scrambling to find food. At least I know, like I used to go to the NAM show every year, and it's all chain, all the restaurants are chain restaurants. So I park my car at the IHOP, I go in and get breakfast, and I leave it there all day and go to the NAM show. And then I wind up having dinner there, or either that or California Pizza, kitchen, whatever it is.
California
Kitchen.
Pizza Kitchen, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few Waffle Houses.
Yeah, we've had
Wawa.
IHOPs have been pretty big on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, most people, if they like it, it's because they like that it's the same everywhere they go.
That's right.
Right. In fact, I was in China. Do you know Dave Keys, keyboard player?
Yeah, sure.
Well, he asked me to do a tour with him in China. We were there for 3 weeks. I got off the plane at like 6 a.m. at JFK. I get home and I hadn't slept because 14 hours, I couldn't fall asleep on the plane. And the first thing I did was my girlfriend said, "You look hungry. You want to go to IHOP?" And I went, "Let's go." First thing I did when I got home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that wholeheartedly. Believe
Yeah.
me, man.
We like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. If I gotta go for the guaranteed fix, I'll do a Cracker Barrel run.
Yep.
But that's good. Good
Yeah,
answer. Good answer.
answer.
Okay, next question. Next life-altering question. Set list comes out. This
All
can
right.
be from any era, any time, any band. It doesn't matter. Favorite song to play live. There it is on the set list. What's that song? Favorite song to play live.
It's probably not on anybody's set list. I would say Lafayette Railroad by Little Feat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why would it not be on anybody's set list? Have you ever played it?
I've played it a million times.
Was it on a
I
set
actually
list?
have. Yeah, it's on my set list.
So that's all they said. The one we're talking about.
I'm saying it's my girlfriend and I have a Little Feat tribute band. We only play like maybe 3 or 4 times a year. And even Little Feat hardly ever played that song live. But that was the song on Dixie Chicken that actually captured my attention for some reason. There was something about it. And it took me a lot further with slide guitar. So with this Little Feat tribute band, we start the second set with Lafayette Railroad and go into Dixie Chicken. So,
That's cool. That's so all right. So
All right, Lafayette Railroad.
now set list comes out. You're not so happy to see this song. Don't really want to play this song ever again. I'm burned. Not that it's not a great song, but
well, I'm glad you said that. Don't Stop Believing.
Yep.
enough said.
I'm sure I'm not the first one.
No, you're not. the
No,
first.
you're not. And I have not stopped believing. I've stopped playing that bitch, but I have not stopped believing.
Well, don't get me wrong. It's a great song. It's, that band, they're amazing players. It's just like, every corporate gig I've done, in fact, we do that with the Hitmen. It's the second song on the set list. And I'm like, can't we do something else? And I'll tell you, I will say that Steve Murphy sings the shit out of it. He's got those kind of chops.
Yeah.
Cool.
But let's play something else by Journey. But sorry, Steve.
Yeah, and I don't know that I've ever heard him, really sing out.
He's
But
great.
I've heard he's a great singer, and
He's
you wouldn't be fronting a band from back there if you couldn't sing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he use a mic or does he use a headset?
He uses a mic, I think. Yeah, he uses a mic, but he comes songs and just come out in front of the band and sing, and then
Yeah.
race back to the drums, and it doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, no, he's a very talented guy. And I'd always
Very
heard about his vocals. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Great singer.
Okay, all right. So don't stop believing.
Don't stop.
Stop playing the song, but don't stop believing. And let's see. Okay, so now it's.
Okay,
I guess this is the guitar question because you're a guitar player, right? If you could play any other instrument other than your own, and absolutely shred, nail, kick ass, what would it be?
Bagpipes. No, I'm kidding. It would be probably piano.
Do you know if you had said
Piano or
bagpipes?
Hammond organ.
That's interesting. If you had said bagpipes, it would not have been the first person to ever
No,
say it,
someone
and
has said
somebody
that.
was actually serious
Yep.
that they wish they were,
But
And that's
B3,
cool.
a lot of people
But
say, and piano.
B3 and piano, but the difference, I mean, think about it. The difference between that, a B3, playing a B3 and playing a piano is the difference between playing a flamenco guitar.
Absolutely.
I mean, wow.
I'd have to go with the B3 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there's just it's an amazing instrument.
Yep.
Amazing instruments. Okay, and finally, the last one before we totally fry your career. If you could play,
I could do that on my own.
well, we're here to help. We're
Thank
here
you.
to help. We are here to help.
you.
Okay. If you could play one gig with anybody or any group of guys, living or dead, who would it be?
That's a toss up between Traffic or Little Feat.
Oh. I would have to lean towards Traffic, being,
You're not him.
but I am not you. No,
That's right.
I'm not you. So the good, maybe we'll open for you.
Okay.
You'll be Traffic and he'll be Little Feet.
That's right. You know why it took Steve Winwood so long to get his solo career started?
No.
No. Why?
Because he was stuck in traffic.
Oh.
Oh, but
Where's my
Traffic's
sound?
a great band.
They're an amazing band. Low Spark of High Heel Boys.
Oh,
Anyway,
love
man,
them.
Mark, this has been fun. So, you come
Totally.
in and join us on a Friday, any Friday.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, I mean, this is, thanks for being a part of this. Are you playing any place besides, when you come down here? Is there anything that we can promote for you with the fans?
Yeah. This weekend on Sunday, I'm playing this band Amityville. Joe Vicino, guitar player, runs this benefit every year. The John
That you cut out the place before Joe
Okay.
Messino.
Playing at the warehouse in Amityville.
Okay.
This guy Joe Vicino runs this charity every year. The John Thiessen something or other. There's a whole bunch of bands playing, and then playing the Bitter End on January 10, I think.
And is this on your Facebook page?
Is it on your?
It will be by the weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll send them there.
Okay.
And that would be Mark Newman.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Who did you think it was?
Tour dates are on Mark's Facebook page.
We'll promote for you, brother.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
Get the people. Oh, believe me, you'll be thrilled when some of my fans go up and say, "Hey, I saw you on Steve's show."
All right.
No, I don't mean to scare you. I really don't. They're good people. They. I don't think anybody's been bitten for months. Anyway, man, thank you for being here.
We do have regular viewers that come in every day.
Yeah,
so
we do it, and I tell you what,
tell you something about them.
it's well, they're hanging out with us 5 days a
That's
week,
right.
but I'll tell you what, doing this whole thing has been a blast because unless I was on the same bill as you guys or closing from the night before, whatever, when do I get to sit down and have this conversation with you? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's I'm glad to be able to do this, and thanks for
a
being a part of it.
A good friend of mine is coming on Thursday night. A guy named Keith Linton. He's played with Anton. He had a band with Anton Fig back in the 80s. Forgot the name of the band, but he's got a lot of great stories. He's played with Link Ray. He's played with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So
That's a friend from South Africa.
yeah. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
He knew. In fact, he and Anton grew up together in South Africa, in Cape Town.
Yeah. I know Anton from back in the day. Played with some friends of mine, and obviously we are New Yorkers, so you get to know other New Yorkers. You know how that goes.
I do.
So man, this is great, Mark. It's been cool talking to you, and
Likewise.
I hope our paths cross musically at some point. And
Hope so.
enjoy the holiday season. Stay safe out there, and come in on any Friday, man. It'll be fun to see you.
I definitely will. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you for coming
Bye,
down. We'll
Mark.
see you
All right.
soon.
Take care. Bye.
So yes, indeed, that's how that goes.
Yes, it is.
He was great. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, and when you said don't be scared of our viewers.
No,
Kitty Tiger said we don't bite. Meow.
Meow.
Oh, that was a very good show.
He was great. And I hope he comes in on a Friday.
Yeah.
And if you guys are anywhere where he's playing, go in and scare him for me. No, just go, listen,
Scare
we
him.
well, you could do some weird stuff. See, that's my mother rubbing off on me. My mother used to do the weirdest shit when I was a little kid.
You know what? He's a nice guy. Be nice.
Yeah, don't freak him out. Don't freak him.
Okay,
Don't
so
sing opera
night.
in the elevator. Tomorrow night.
You and me and you. The only way you toss the dice. It's us tomorrow.
Imagine me and you.
And
I
you
do.
and me.
Oh, okay. She's doing the live version, guys.
So happy together.
Oh, that's funny.
Is that a different song?
No, it's fine. That's
Okay.
a song.
All right. Well, so.
So that was fun. It was good. A new friend and
That's right.
plays with some other friends. He's got to be enjoying being out with those guys. Those guys are all good
Okay,
players.
And so when he said he was playing in Amityville,
Yeah.
Tim McCullen says, "The Horror House."
Yes, the Amityville Horror. Yes.
They're not actually playing in the horror house, but
It's
the
really
horror
there,
house
you know,
was
Tim.
in
It's
Amityville.
there, and
Yes, it
anytime
is.
you want to go, let me know.
Oh, I've driven past it.
I'll set it up for
Yeah, Tim.
you. I'm telling you, we'll.
Oh, that was
And should you get down to the Keys, we know Robert.
Oh, Key West, Robert.
Key West,
Anyway,
Robert.
Sue said that was her favorite song, The Turtles. So happy together.
Oh, we are happy together.
So there you go.
So what is today's the 30th? So when's the 11th? That's like in 12 days, less than 2 weeks.
What's that?
That's when you came and never left.
Oh, that will be our 40-year
Yeah, it's the
getting
11th.
together anniversary.
Yeah, 40-year. Can I stay at your house
People are going to say
tonight?
they have an anniversary every month.
Can I stay at your house tonight?
Sue drove past the Amityville Horror House.
I was
several
brought
times.
up in the Amityville Horror House.
No, you were not.
No, I
I
wasn't.
drove past it, and you do get a weird feeling from it.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
What day is the 11th? Thursday?
Oh, I don't know.
That looks like a Thursday.
It's a Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday. Well, that'll be fun. So we can that about figures, right?
Yeah.
Be fun. So we'll invite all our friends and you and all your friends, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yes, it will.
And if we don't see you in the future, I don't see you in the future. She's gonna see you in the future. If I don't see you in the future, I will see you in the pasture.
Good night, everybody.